Hi everyone, so for our AFC presentation, the materials needed will be the pumpkin template, green and orange tissue paper, liquid glue, a paper plate, and I am using scissors and a paintbrush too, but these two are optional so you do not have to use them. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to start off by cutting out the pumpkin. You can leave it just on the paper like this if you want, but I'm going to cut mine out. Alrighty, so now that we have the pumpkin template cut out, we are going to cut the orange tissue paper into squares. So an easy way to get a faster cut would just be to cut a long strip about half the sheet, like that. And then what I'd suggest is just to cut little squares, or rectangles, whatever you feel like. Keep doing that process until you have a bunch of them. Alrighty, so now that I have most of my squares cut, I might need to go back to cut more if needed, but now that I have a lot of squares cut, I'm going to pour some glue onto my plate. Okay, so now that I've poured my glue onto the paper plate, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on my paintbrush, and then I'm going to brush the area that I want to glue my pieces on first. So just brush the area with glue like you're painting. Use the glue as like your paint. Okay, once you have glued the certain area that you want, then you want to place your tissue paper right on top, just like that. And keep doing that process of putting glue down, a little bit of glue in a certain area, then adding your squares, and if needed, you can go back and cut more squares and just keep gluing it on, and then I'll tell you the rest when we get there. Alright, so once you're done covering your pumpkin, then you want to grab your green tissue paper and kind of do the same thing, but you really don't need that much because this template that I'm using, the stem is really short. So I'm just going to cut maybe like this much. And I'm pretty much going to glue it like this, then like this, and cut the excess off, because we obviously don't need that much for this little stem. So let's get started with Alright, so now that I've put the stem on, just gotta cut all this excess tissue paper off. Okay, so now that we have the stem on, I'm going to cut the excess orange tissue paper that I still have on. You do not have to, but I just think it makes the whole thing look a little bit cleaner. Okay, so here is the finished product for me. But for you guys, you could still continue going by adding like a jack-o'-lantern face or glitter or marker, like detailing, anything you want. Just let your creativity run and your imagination. So pretty much you can just have a pumpkin like this and let it dry, or you can add the face with black construction paper or just whatever else you'd like to add.